All right, Tauruses, what's going on with your ex? What is going on with your ex? Does your ex think about you? Do they miss you? Do they think about you? Do they miss you? Oh, man. Taurus, they don't really think about you. They actually were like swift in that decision and then they're over it. They're definitely recognizing, and Aries had this too, how funny. They're definitely recognizing that there's something good was there, that there could have been, like, they recognize the potential, but they're not bothering themselves with it. They're not questioning if they made the right decision or if the current state of the relationship is good or not. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, this could be indication. Look. Hold on. Let me back up. They felt that there was no love in the relationship, and so they just left. Or you left, and they're like, okay. But then as time goes by, they feel like maybe it was a little bit too rash and too quick. So I stand corrected. Because this Nine of Pentacles here, when this is reversed, you see this bird that represents freedom. So this is somebody that likes to be free. But reversed, no. They want to be in a relationship. They want to have something that they can celebrate. So yeah, they are thinking about you, and yeah, they are missing you, and they kind of feel like it was a rash decision and something that happened too quickly. All right? If you hear snoring in the background, it's my pug. Oh, wait. I'm not taking these down. Okay, so let's ask the second question. Do they hold themselves accountable for anything in the breakup? Like, do they have regrets about it? Does Taurus's ex have any regrets about how the breakup happened and what went down in the breakup? Maddie, shh. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Do they have regrets? Yeah, but they're resolved internally within them. It's not like they're seeking closure or seeking answers. This is all internal resolution. So they realize that, yeah, it was probably a rash decision, very quick, probably a lot of harsh words. They also recognize that it was probably the actual end. They wish it maybe wasn't, but they also realize it's probably over. So they're not going to spin themselves out of control getting worried about the state of the relationship, right? Or if you guys could ever get back together, or if you could make something work. They're not spinning themselves out of control. In fact, they've actually done quite a bit of healing, quite a bit of reverencing their own soul, and quite a bit of resting so they can feel good about it and actually be fairly apathetic to you or the relationship either way. Not because they don't care, because they're trying to move on. Okay, next question. Will they be coming towards you in the near future? Will there be any future communication? Will Taurus's ex be coming towards them? Will Taurus's ex be coming towards them, or will there be any open communication in the near future? Okay, well, this is interesting, Taurus, because we have this card of regret here, but we also have lies and manipulation and deceit, followed by no promise of anything like transpiring or transcending to a new level. We do have the King of Swords here, which is very strategic. You could be dealing with an air sign, but you don't have to be, but he's very high up in his career, very like military-esque. structured, intelligent, like math, science, biology, law, right? Doctors, you know, or high up in the military. And then we have this star card, which is an Aquarius, but doesn't have to be. And we have Pisces here. But this is, you know what? I don't think there's going to be any future communication. At least they're not coming towards you. Again, I really think, Tauruses, that they've kind of looked at this and said, it is what it is. It could have been more. That sucks. But we both need to move on with our life. Okay, let's pull one more set. Is there any hope for any sort of reconciliation? Is there hope for any sort of reconciliation for Tauruses? Is Taurus's ex open to any sort of reconciliation or vice versa? Or could there be in the future? This is the card of Gemini. So again, you could be dealing with an air sign or an earth sign or a water sign. This is interesting, Taurus, because we have the Lover's card, Three of Pentacles, which means not leveling up. But we also have celebration and stability. So if you guys were to reconcile, it would be very good. You guys would probably build a very strong, stable future. However, it's going to be tricky to get to that point, okay, if they're feeling like they are feeling. There could be offers of love, or at least they're really juggling if they should or if they would. Because they're like, I don't know, like, I'm over it. It's fine. We're both moving on. It's great. And that's typically like how an air sign and an earth sign, actually, you know this. That's typically how you guys like think about things. Like, yeah, they were great. I miss them, but okay, it's time we both move on. So there's kind of, there needs to be a little bit more like a romantic atmosphere in terms of, I believe in love. I want you. Okay. And not necessarily coming from you. They need to tap into this. This could also be indicating, and I know we're only talking about your ex, but there could be offers of love coming from somewhere else that makes it confusing for them to make this decision. So whatever that is. But it could go very well if you guys did. I'm going to pull some advice and guidance messages with my Fountain Tarot deck. What are the advice and guidance messages for Tauruses? Advice and guidance messages for Tauruses. The Magician, Five of Pentacles, the Star. Okay, we have the Star twice now, and we have the Three of Pentacles twice. So in terms of advice and guidance, I know Three of Pentacles was reversed here. This is situational, but in terms of advice and guidance, this is saying that you need to focus on leveling up and building. We don't have time for people that left us out in the cold, and they don't have time. Frankly, they don't have time for us if we left them out in the cold. So this needs to be hugely recognized. And either move towards rebuilding and leveling up with this person, or don't stay in limbo. This is not the time for staying in limbo. Specifically, because people need to be prepared for this Chiron transfer into Chiron. The wounded healer is leaving Pisces. There's going to be a few moments where it bounces back into Pisces and then comes forward into Aries again. But it's doing this in conjunction at the same time as Uranus transiting into Taurus. So this is hugely impactful for you. So I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about this. So you want to watch those videos. Trust me. That's what this is about. Okay? You need to, there are major new beginnings coming for you with this Uranus transit over the next 8 years and Chiron transit over the next 9 years. Hugely impactful. Okay? New beginnings all around. Clarity, structure. You're going to love it. Lots of opportunities. But do not stay in limbo land. No. Now is the time to not stay in limbo land. We just had Sun square Mars, Sun square Saturn. I can't remember what it was. Like crazy week during Mercury retrograde. No fun for anybody, but it is time to get out of this like delaying mindset and move forward like with vigor. So this is advice for you. Who cares about this? Either make it right or don't, but either way, move to new beginnings. Believe things are good. Heal, get over it, move forward, build up. That's it. It's the name of the game right now. It's in your court. It's in your corner. Use it. All right? Forget the ex. Remember them. Get back together with them. Either way, make a decision. Call it a day and move forward. It's so important for you, Tauruses. I promise it's so important. Okay? All right. I love you. Enjoy this reading. Bye.